Hello everyone, it's Nina. Thanks for joining me today for a new video. Today we're going to be creating a gift box that is perfect for not just the upcoming Valentine's season, but also you could use this as a birthday gift, for weddings and graduations. There's a lot of different ways that you can use this, and it can hold a variety of different pieces: gift cards, candies, and even small little trinkets. So the die that we'll be using today to make this project is the slider box die from Karen Burniston. This is such a cool die because it creates this fun interactive box that slides open. There are two main dies that you need to form the box itself: the tray on the left and then the paper sleeve on the right. That actually gets die cut twice. So I'm going to die cut the larger panel once and then this smaller panel twice to form the pieces that I need to build my slider box. One of the things I always like to do when putting something like this together is to reinforce all the score lines. And what does that mean? Well, that basically means we're going to go back over every score line with a bone folder and your scoring tool to give them a really deep crease. You don't have to do this isn't required, but it does make the assembly process much easier, and it also gives your box a much crisper fold. So after scoring on all of those score lines that were created when we die cut the box, I'm now going ahead and folding over on every single one of them. That makes the assembly process also much easier because we've already folded everything, and everything's going to want to fold easily now instead of trying to fiddle with it. I put a small piece of adhesive on all four of the small tabs that are formed by this die cut. I used red line tape for this because it's a nice strong adhesive, and I like knowing that it's going to be secure when somebody opens and closes the box. Before I fold the other tabs over, I do want to make sure I loop my ribbon through the hole that's created when you die cut. This allows you to stick a ribbon through the hole, so I put both ends of the ribbon through, and then we're going to adhere those two ends to the side of our box. So this is going to sandwich that ribbon in place, and we'll have this nice pull loop that you can use to pull the tray out of the paper sleeve. On those longer tabs that are created from the die cut, I put a strip of red line tape, and we'll fold those over onto the smaller tabs that we've already folded in. So our tray is complete. It's pretty simple and easy to do. You could decorate the interior sides of the box with the rectangular die cuts that are included in the set. I chose not to. I'm actually going to fill mine with tissue paper, but it is an option. Now, when it comes to the paper sleeve, of course, we needed to die cut this twice. And just like I did for the tray itself, I'm going to go ahead and fold over on all those score lines to make sure I have really good creases. You need two to be able to form the sleeve, and you're going to adhere them together by the small tab that's on the right-hand side of the panel. I'm putting a strip of red line tape on those tabs, and then that's going to adhere to the tab on the left side of the panel. And of course, because we do this twice, it'll form a continuous sleeve. So I'll go ahead and lay my second panel on top of the first one on that small tab. And then I'll go ahead and put adhesive on the other small tab and fold the other side of the sleeve on top of it. So here we go. Our sleeve is built. We're ready to go, but we just need to close up the one end. So I stuck the tray inside to help keep this completely straight. And then I'm going to fold the small tabs in first, and then with adhesive on the larger tabs, we'll lay that on top of the smaller tabs. So this is closing everything up, and that way our tray won't slide out of the other end of the sleeve. Now there is a little gap here, and that is able to be closed up by the smallest rectangle in this set. We're going to go ahead and die cut that from the same pattern paper we used for the sleeve, cover the back side of this piece with adhesive, and then just lay that right over top of that gap. And everything's closed up, neat and tidy. So our box is complete. Now all we need to do is decorate it. So let's start first with this From the Heart Messages stamp set, and also the coordinating nested rounded heart dies. These dies coordinate perfectly with the greetings in the set, and you can tell which die cuts which greeting because the greetings are outlined on the packaging with some hearts. And those guidelines correspond perfectly with a die that's in the nested rounded hearts. So there's a die for every size greeting in this set, and I'm going to use a couple different ones for my boxes today. I actually made a total of 3 boxes, and I'll show you all the different color combinations that I used. So to use this stamp set, we're going to stamp one of the greetings onto cardstock of choice, and I've chosen this nice blue color. I'll use Simon Says Stamp embossing ink to stamp this down, and I also picked out a really nice gold embossing powder to sprinkle on top. So we'll have a nice beautiful gold greeting on top of this blue cardstock. After sprinkling on the embossing powder, I did heat the back side of my paper first before bringing the heat to the front side to help minimize warping and get a really nice smooth finish on my embossing. Now I'm going to take the corresponding die and line this up over top of the greeting. We'll die cut this with our machine, and we have now this sweet little sentiment cut out in the shape of a heart. I'm also going to pull out this heart chain die. This is also new from our Simon Says Stamp Kisses release, and we're going to decorate the sides of our sleeve with this chain heart die cut. To make it simple for adhering everything together, I'm going to use micro dot sheets. These are really handy for die cuts, and I'm just going to lay my heart chain right on top of the adhesive, and using my bone folder, I'll burnish over top of the release paper so that way I can really press those dots onto my die cut. And then I'll just lay my adhesive covered die cut onto the side of my sleeve and press it down and trim off any excess to clean up the edges. Now we have these cute little hearts decorating the sides of our gift box, and I think it looks so pretty. For one of my other boxes, I actually die cut the heart chain from our new champagne matte cardstock. This is a really pretty color that goes really nicely with gold embossing powder. So I did the exact same thing of adding that beautiful champagne color on the side of this floral box. For my greetings, I chose to use foam tape to attach them to the top of the sleeve, and the negative pieces of our heart chain actually worked great as adding cute little heart embellishments onto my box too. So I added some of those as well with foam tape. Here you can see how everything is coming together, and we created such sweet little boxes in a variety of beautiful colors and patterns, all very simple and easy to do. And you can fill these with a wide variety of gifts. It could be a gift card, some fun candies, or little trinkets. I hope this gift box idea was inspiring for you to try out some of the fun products that I shared with you today, including the slider box and our new From the Heart Messages stamp set, as well as the heart chain die. All of the products that I used today are linked below in the video description as well as on our blog, so be sure to check all that out if you're interested in any of those elements. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I will be back soon with more to share, but until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!
I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysstamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.